So, the point of the night, by the way, my name is Aaron Price. Nice to meet you. I'm an entrepreneur, founder of a company called LiveCube, and started this event to try to surround myself with other entrepreneurs who face some of the challenges that I've faced, and hopefully we can help each other out. The goal is to spark new connections, which hopefully some of you have done, and also to inspire some new ideas, which is what the remaining part of the evening is all about. As a little bit of history about the group, we're the state's largest technology community. We're 3,200, and actually as of right now, I keep refreshing, hoping we're going to hit the number, but we haven't. We're 3,299 members, so someone please go recruit one person so I can make it 3,300. We do a few different kinds of things. This is the main monthly event, in case you're unfamiliar. We also occasionally host workshops and other sorts of events throughout the month, but if you ever see like NJ Tech Meetup and a number, that's the main event that's generally here, but maybe in another building, so always make sure you check that out. Meetup's a really good way to handle the RSVPs, but not such a good way to network, so we have a LinkedIn group, which I recommend you check out. It's a good way to sync up with your peers who are sitting here. So, just curious, who is in the audience? How many people are here for the first time? Nice, welcome. Yeah, let's try that. There we go, I like that enthusiastic clapping right there. No clapping from you? We're gonna get you. How many people identify primarily as entrepreneurs? Nice. How many primarily as software engineers, developers? Cool. Investors? Excellent. How many people live in Hoboken? All right. How many live in Jersey? So, and who thinks they've traveled the farthest to get here? We'll start with the enthusiastic clapper guy.
Yeah, Yonkers, New York.
Yonkers is a good one. Where about you?
Jackson, New Jersey.
Jackson, that's pretty far. Good Harley Davidson dealership in Jackson, by the way. What about you?
Hungary, Europe.
Hungary, I love that. Well, I think it gets better though. I get a lot of points over here. Yeah, well, Tal? Israel. So let's welcome loudly the international attendees tonight. That's the kind of clap I'm going for. So we have a few rules. The first is please make sure you keep your RSVP up to date. So we have had a wait list consistently for the last 42 events, and so we want to make sure that everyone gets in. We have a few rules. The first is if you don't update your RSVP within 24 hours of the event, then you go out on tomorrow's, or usually tomorrow's, but it won't be tomorrow's, no-show list of shame, which is a public list of all the people who didn't show up tonight. Yeah, it's no bueno. So please keep that up to date, and if you haven't checked in, then please go see Don or Sharon in the back so we make sure that we have you checked in so we know you're here, you don't end up on that list. The second rule is to make sure you meet your neighbors. As great as the content will be tonight, the most important thing you can do is meet the people around you, so be friendly and say hello. And please leave feedback. So at the end, tomorrow you'll get an email from Meetup that says, how was last night's event? I would really appreciate your feedback. If you let me know of other kinds of events you'd like to, or other topics you'd like us to hit, or speakers, please let me know. We've been pretty successful in bringing in some great people, as you'll see tonight. And so we have a website, njtech.me, that aggregates all things and all things social regarding the meetup. So check that out. It's developed by Sproutlet, and I always appreciate their help. So njtech.me brings together upcoming events, the social media, how to apply to speak, a few other things. We've gotten a bunch of press, which is really cool and fun to brag about, but also more important for bringing awareness to this about what's going on in the state. So please help spread the word about whether it's this group or other things you're involved with, because it brings a lot of credibility, and with credibility comes some legal, some changes in the law, and some incentives for investment opportunities like are happening now with the Angel Tax investment credit. So please help spread the word and support the growing community of technology companies in New Jersey. A few people have asked me, how do I reach out to this crowd? How do I get my message out there? If you're looking for beta testers, for instance, or investors, or etc., you have a launch you want to announce, go to njtech.me/submit news, and as long as it's appropriate and not just spam or service provider messaging, we'll include it in our next newsletter that we're trying to get out more regularly and seem to be doing a decent job of that. So you should start seeing that about every 2 weeks. So the agenda for the rest of the night: 3 startups, each have 5 minutes to present, and we'll do a 5-minute Q&A following each one. And then we have our main speaker, and they are competing for that rebranded trophy. So pay attention, because at the end of the night we're going to vote, and someone's going to walk away with that really awesome trophy from like 1985. And the first up is Stefanos from Fiestah. Let's welcome him up here.
what's going on, guys? So, my name is Stefanos, and I'm one of the co-founders at Fiestah. And we are the only consumer event management system that helps you compare quotes from local vendors, pay securely, and manage all your event details from one place. And why? Because event planning sucks. Today, if you want to plan an event, the entire process of finding, booking, and managing all the event details for your event is really, really time consuming and stressful. You still today have to deal with a lot of back and forth phone calls, a lot of research, dealing with basically Google Docs and Excel docs that people use for invoicing, and then at the end of the day you end up repeating yourself over and over again. So it makes for a very long process. And then once you've actually booked someone for your event, the actual stress leading up to your event is dealing with all the logistics and whatnot. So our whole goal is to really alleviate a lot of that. And the event industry spends over $200 billion a year on all the services they need, from venues to caterers to rental equipment, the whole production. And what's really interesting is that only 80% of that spending is happening offline. So there's a huge opportunity to take this fragmented and untapped industry into a single platform where buyers and sellers where the vendors can bid to work at your event, and you have the tools you need to actually manage your event and collaborate and coordinate all those details. So yeah, and so we have the team to do it. So myself and my two co-founders, we have experience at some of the top firms in finance, consulting, and tech, and we have experience building and managing large-scale systems. And on top of that, we have domain experience from the wedding industry. But most of all, it's just really great because I have two of my great friends. We've all known each other for over 5 years, and it just makes for a really awesome dynamic to work with your friends on something that we're really passionate about. So let me give you a quick glimpse of what we built to date. So here is your dashboard on Fiestah. So imagine you're planning a holiday party. What you do is you list out all the different things you need for your event, so hors d'oeuvres, a photographer, a photo booth, and then for each of those line items that you've listed out, you start getting proposals sent to you from all the curated set of vendors that we have on our platform. Currently today we have 500, and we're just here in New York City. So you can compare the quotes that come in. This is, for instance, for a photo booth. You can take a look at exactly what they're going to be providing, and this essentially acts as the contract. And then if you want to dive in deeper, let's say you want to check out Unglue.it photo booth, it's a quick one-pager with beautiful pictures of their services, of what they're actually going to be providing, information about their company, and most importantly is reviews of people that have actually used Fiestah and booked them. So that way these people can actually build a reputation online. So who's using Fiestah to date? It's all these folks on here, plus a lot more. So we've helped with, we currently have about 1,000 event organizers on our platform in beta, and we've helped with small scale from local dinner parties to networking events to large tech demo days that have used our platform to book all sorts of things for their events. And to date, we've transacted nearly $250,000 through our platform, and we take a 10 to 20% commission on each booking. And so our two big asks are, number one is the holidays are coming up. I know all of you are going to be either participating or organizing holiday parties. So if we would love for you to use Fiestah, and to incentivize you some more, if you go to fiestah.com/credit50, we're giving away a $50 credit towards anything you book between now and the end of the year for, again, catering or rental equipment, anything fun. And then number two is we're raising a seed round right now. It's our first round. We've been bootstrapped to date, and we'd appreciate if any investors want to chat. Feel free to reach me here after the event or email me at stefanos@fiestah.com. Once again, Stefanos from Fiestah.
Hi everybody, I'm Eric Hellman, and I'm going to tell you about Unglue.it, which is a crowdfunding platform for free ebooks. So let me start out by asking everybody, do you believe in heaven? Who believes in heaven here? Anyone? No, no one ever believes in heaven. Well, most people, there are a lot of ways to think about heaven, but most people think that the universe doesn't go away when you die, okay? After you die, well, you don't have to earn a salary, you don't have needs. You hope that things go on without you, right? In particular, I think that technology can make it possible to have book heaven. Now, think about what book heaven would be like. That would be where books were free to everybody. I mean, this is the internet. We can do that, right? And on top of that, authors and publishers, they would get paid so they could do what they do best, right? Yeah. And on top of that, it would be nice if books lasted a long time after we departed this earth. Well, what the internet has brought us is ebook hell. You know that ebooks, they work for big companies now, and those big companies have put digital rights management on them, so you can't do anything you want with them, except maybe read them, if you let them and you tell them that you're reading. Yeah. So just try to share a book or anything like that. You can't do it. It's not much better if you're an author. With the prices of ebooks going down, it means that the royalties are going down. So as a result, and there are more and more authors that are writing books, so as a result, nobody can make a living writing books anymore, except for, your J.K. Rowling or whatever. So we've thought a lot about this problem, and so we thought it would be interesting. What if an author could say, if I got $20,000 for this book, I would be really happy. I'd be so happy that I'd let everybody read it for free. What if an author could do that? What if a publisher could do that? That would sort of be like purgatory. It wouldn't be quite like heaven, but it would be not anything like hell. And by the way, at the top of Mount Purgatory is the Garden of Eden, if you didn't know that. Well, Unglue.it has made a platform that allows authors and publishers to explore this option. An author-publisher can decide how much revenue they want out of a particular book, and we sell the book, and when the revenue for the book gets to match the revenue target, then we give it away for free. It's called Unglue.it because that way we're unsticking the books from this hellish gunk that they're stuck in. It's like crowdfunding for free ebooks. Now, thinking further about this, what if there were organizations that had as their purpose promotion of books? What if there were organizations that had as their purpose funding books for their communities? What if there were organizations that spent money to keep your books alive forever? Well, it turns out that there are organizations like that. They're called libraries, and so we want to put libraries into the mix of Unglue.it. And so we've done that. On the Unglue.it website, you'll be able to buy books for your library. Easy concept. How come nobody's doing that? On top of that, we're giving libraries a DRM-free lending platform, which is something that they don't have. So the details, well, you can ask me about the details. The business, we're based in Montclair. We're self-funded from the sale of a previous business. And our model is very simple. We take a percentage of sales. The key ask, or the key thing that we're trying to do, is to find publishers and authors that are interested in trying this model. We're starting with the academic authors because they publish to get famous, not to get royalties. So we're trying to get ebooks to heaven. Thank you.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Brian. This is my partner, Craig. And we're really excited about the ability to present to you our very own iOS-based mobile application called Scorezone. Scorezone was launched September for the start of the high school football season. And what it aims to do is to provide real-time scoring directly from the fans attending their local high school sporting events. First thing I'd like to add is that Craig and I are not really looking to attract investors at this time, but we certainly will look into that as we continue to grow and move on. But we are looking for some valuable feedback from everyone, and also for ideas that are going to help market our product more effectively. So how does one find professional sports scores? I think the answer to this question is fairly obvious. Everybody sees it all around the internet, different channels, but ESPN, number one, is probably on everybody's minds and frequently used, I would say. ESPN is a network that we all are familiar with, obviously, and provides fast, reliable, accurate scores. And the reason they do provide fast, reliable, accurate scores is because they're at all the events. I mean, they have coverage throughout the whole country at every single professional sporting event. But then when we throw out 16,000 high schools in America, it gets a little challenging and difficult, and which is probably the reason why ESPN doesn't cover high school sports. So, how do we find high school sports scores? I know as a kid, growing up as a high school sports enthusiast, I used to love getting up every morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, open up my front door, go into the mailbox, and picking up the local newspaper and finding sports. That was about the only thing back then when I was a kid, many years ago. That was the only way we could find and track different scores. So with today's technology and everything out there, in the world we live in today, that's just simply unacceptable. So who cares about high school sports? I think if you really think about it, coaches are really interested in this, in understanding what's going on with their rivals. Alumni who can't make it to games and want to stay connected and know the outcomes of their school. College recruiters, students, players, and I don't know if you've been to high school sports and you can agree with me on this one, but our main target audience is the parents of all the athletes as well.
All right, so we talked about how it's pretty much not feasible to have an employee at every game recording scores. So the only way to do this is with crowdsourcing. Everybody's familiar with the concept. But with crowdsourcing, how do you keep people honest? I mean, you could enter any score you want. But people have come up with this solution already. I mean, if you're a programmer, you better be familiar with Stack Overflow. This is where you ask a programming question. Other people that find it valuable can upvote it, downvote it. People can answer the question, and if it's a valid answer, it gets upvoted, and theoretically, the correct answer floats to the top. Same thing with eBay. Sellers live and die by their ratings. So we've incorporated that using crowdsourcing and a rating system into Scorezone. So how this works is if you're at the game, you can see the scores. You have the ability to post a score. It's GPS located. There's all sorts of factors that go into the accuracy of the score. Scorekeepers get a scorekeeper rating. Anybody can mark things accurate or inaccurate. You can post to Facebook, add pictures, add comments. There's a running commentary on every game. You can check into a venue. And your scorekeeper reputation down the road is going to give you more and more privileges. So how are we doing so far? We launched in September for the fall season. We've got almost 3,000 downloads to date and 920 active daily users. Most people are very passive. We're working on getting people to be more active in posting scores. Nationally, we really piloted this in the Jersey Shore Conference and football only. We're expanding to basketball in the next couple of weeks. But you can see there's an interest. I mean, obviously, Texas is a market here. They're downloading the app like crazy. So we're going to expand very quickly. So what's next for us? We're going to be including more sports. We're rolling out basketball. We're expanding to more regions. We're going to add the ability so that people can follow favorite teams and get updates as their teams and their friends are recording scores. A social aspect by connecting with other scorekeepers and seeing what games your friends are attending, a little bit of competition to try to get people to post scores and vote on scores. With the scorekeeper reputation, we're going to have league manager roles where you can actually enter a season. Go to getscorezone.com to download it or contact us.
So we're going to give out that trophy, and so if you can pull up the that website, everybody take out your phones. We're going to do something pretty cool. Oh, you don't have to pull out a website. You'll see. So call that number with your phone. Come on, Jeff, play along. What are you doing? It's going to ask you for an extension and hit it in 132. Just wait for a few more. All right, so you're going to use your phone to interact with this game, but Alan, will you hit, Alan, can you hit N, please? So use the digits on your keypad to interact with the questions you'll see on screen. In the Divine Comedy, what lies at the top of Mount Purgatorio? Fires of hell, earthly paradise, empyrean heaven. Got a little philosophical tonight, huh? So the faster you answer, the more points you get. At the end, you win a gift certificate to a local pizza place called Zeno. Don't listen with the phone, type in the keys. Who was deemed too short to play hoops his sophomore year of high school? Spud Webb, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or Michael Jordan? I don't think you guys actually mentioned that. You were supposed to. The stars were supposed to mention these trivia questions. This definitely wasn't mentioned. What animal is on the Elmer's glue bottle? The bull, a pig, or a bear? So you can see on the right-hand side, there's a countdown clock and points. So the faster you vote, the more points you win. Tonight's Audience Choice Award winner should be Fiestah, Scorezone, or Unglue.it. Congratulations, Fiestah. I'd like to see more New Jersey Tech Meetups about entrepreneurship, development, or fundraising. Entrepreneurship seems to be a consistent winner. Don't mind the spelling. Are you going to join us for the New Jersey Tech drink and food specials tonight at Trinity? Yes, I'm doing keg stands, or no, I'm watching reruns of Golden Girls. A lot of Golden Girls watchers tonight. I would apply to a tech startup accelerator based out of Hoboken. Yes, no, or what's an accelerator? If you're interested in this, actually, I'd like to talk more about this, so let me know. It's a hot topic of conversation right now. And the New Jersey Tech Meetup is better than Snapchat because we say yes to $3 billion. We don't erase after 6 seconds and no sexts. Although I think that would actually be way better. All right, so the winning person, whoever that is, just got a text, come find me afterwards. You won. Yeah, you did. You won a gift certificate to Zeno. Congratulations to Fiestah on the trophy. Round of applause to those guys. Can you switch us back to the other presentation? Switch us back to the other thing. So if you, we went too far. If you're interested in pitching the event, go to njtech.me/apply. That's how we keep track of everybody who's interested in presenting. We have Amit will be in touch and talk to you about where we are in the queue. But I appreciate the enthusiasm to talk to me about it, but I'm just going to send you there anyway. So please go to njtech.me/apply. Next month, December 16th, we have Josh Koppelman. He's a partner at First Round Capital. He's an entrepreneur, very interesting guy. Should have a lot of really great stories to share. So I'm sure that is also going to sell out, RSVP quickly. And a big round of applause. There's a lot of people who make this happen, so I just want to thank you. We're going to head out to community, and I hope to see you there. Thanks a lot.